DIY friends, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here and to see what we are up to. For everyone who is new here, my name is Yanni and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Diane. For today, I'm going to try to make from some tumbling tower blocks, I'm going to try to make some poison bottles for the Halloween. It is very easy, but I have no idea how to make it because I couldn't find an example. So this will be totally an experiment. So I hope you join me in this new DIY. If you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing. You will find the link in our description box. Enough talking, let's start this DIY. And here you see what we will use for this DIY, and I am so happy to work again with my tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to do today really a challenge because I'm going to try to make some bottles for the Halloween. So that will be a little bit of a poison bottle, so we will see how this will turn out. And of course we are ready. My blocks are here. My glue gun is already green, so he is also also ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make 3 poison bottles, and of course I'm going to try to make 2 in different sizes, a little bit of the square ones, and I'm going to try to make one a little bit of a round underside. We will see how this will turn out because I have no example how to do it and how it will look like. So I really have to try everything. So we will see how this will turn out. Of course, before I did the camera on, I tried already a couple of structures or how to make it. So we will see how it will turn out. I'm going to do first 6 in a row. So this way. So I'm going to glue them together. And of course, I totally understand that if this is not something for you to wait on, then I hope, of course, that you move forward and see the end result. But of course, I hope you enjoy what you see and you still want to see how I make this cute little poison bottles for the Halloween. You can place them anywhere in your tray or in your trick-or-treat display, so you can use them anywhere. But you can make them from cardboard, you can make them from lots of items, but for me I thought maybe it is fun to try to get them from some tumbling tower blocks. But we will see how this will turn out. Eventually I hope, of course, that it will look okay. but we will see. I will make 3 sets of this one because I want to have them on top of each other. Again, try them as flat as you can against each other. That's always the greatest when you look the great. And work away immediately your glue because later on you have lots of more work to do to get it away from your bottle. And this is number 4 and number 5. And if you have questions about my glue gun, I mentioned already earlier in another DIY, I ordered this one online from the Lidl or Lidl, just how you call it. And you find the Lidl or Lidl in any country the most of the time. So go ahead, and I really recommend this one because he is only 18 euros and it's similar like dollars, so that doesn't matter a lot. And he is a wireless, so he is very handy. The only thing, if he gets a little bit older, that the battery or accus like we call it here is getting when he's getting older a little bit faster he goes for. But of course he is also very fast. Yeah, I don't know how you call it in English. Here in the net we saw he's already uploaded very fast, but I don't think that's really an English word, so don't mind me. And this is number 6 from the last row, so we are almost there. And you see, like I see, just 6 easy ones like this. Now we're going to glue them together and do enough glue And we're going to place them, and of course don't do as me and hang in your work, because that's not always the greatest thing to do. Now already under the glue, and this is one, and now we're going to remove again some glue, and we are going to place this one on top of each other and squeeze it. Now we already have, from the big bottle, we already have the underside of our poison bottle. And of course you see already, I already made one big mess of my table, but you are used to that because I always do that. Now we are going to glue 2 blocks together, and again squeeze them real hard, remove your glue, and place it in the middle of your top. So again, on top of here, just measure out and just squeeze it and keep it in place. Now you have this. Now we only need the top, and again we are going to place 2 against each other, and this is number 1, and we are going to make number 2 again on each other. And now we're going to get these 2 together, just on the top do a little bit of glue, and of course glue this one together, squeeze it, push it down and hold it in place for a second. Now we have the top of our bottle, the lid, or just, I don't know how you call it. Here in the Netherlands we call it a dop. So of course we are going to glue this on here. I think I can better glue this side. Again, place it down and get it in the middle. Squeeze it and keep it in place. And now you see already our first big poison bottle is finished. I'm going to make now the smaller one. I hope you are still here and still with me. So now we're going to do the smaller one, and we are going to take 5. And we are going to do the same way we did with the first one. Again, glue it together this way and this way. But of course I use my glue gun, but if you have maybe a school glue or other glue which is just the same working like this, you can use anything. This is just what I use, but of course it is no obligation of to do this glue. Sometimes I have so much trouble to say what the Dutch word is in English. Most of the time out of camera I am really faster with English than I am when the camera is running, because I always want to do it as fast as I can, because your time is also very precious. So I'm always try to do it as fast as I can. But most of the time when my camera is running, it's also going wrong most of the time. So I don't know if every crafter has something like that, but I am of course not a professional crafter. I just do it for pleasure, and I hope you just enjoy watching it. And this is number 2. And we are going to do the last 3. This is 1. And again, this one, and the last. This way. Now we are going to glue this one again, like we did with the first one, on top of each other. And again, the last. And of course I need a little bit of glue, and we are going to glue this together, give it a 3rd layer, and of course I have to squeeze it a little bit, because sometimes I think the blocks are not totally even. And we already have the bottom of our little poison bottle. And of course I was thinking right now, of course, if you want to have it smaller, you also can leave one row out. You can do 2 pieces. That's also something you can think about. Of course, again, place it in the middle. This is 1, and now we're doing the lid again. 2, same like we did with the bigger one. I will show you in a moment. Oh, I have to be careful that I do it right. Again, 2 against each other. And we are going to do the tops with some glue. Place it together. And now we are going to do some glue over here. And lay this one above. And now we already have our smaller bottle. But what I just was thinking, maybe you also can make, this is the bigger one and this is the smaller one. Of course you can't, you see, of course he is smaller, but I was thinking maybe when I was making this, if you make even 5 or 4, I won't make them, and you see you can also do 2 rows of 4 and then do 1 of the blocks in the middle. And you even can maybe try 2 and do the same way like you did above, but maybe then the top will be a little bit too big. You see already he is too, for me he will be too big, so you can also do, give it a little block extra. And now you have a little bottle which is a little bit lower than you have the one with the 3. You see? It is, this one is also an option you can do. So this is 1, 2, 3, 6, 6, 2 this way and 4 this way. So you have a little bit of a smaller one and lower one. So this is also an option. Maybe I will glue this one together, then we have already 3. Now we are going to make the bottle, we are going to try to give a kind of a belly. I think I call it that way. Maybe that's a bit better. I'm going to do 2 of my blocks together on the tops. So this way, just squeeze it. This is what I mean, just 2 this way. I'm going to get 1 block. I'm gluing this way. And again, place them in the middle of the 2. Squeeze it again. And now you get this way. We are going to do for the top the same. Again, 2 on the tops glued this way. And we are going to get the block alone, and we are going to do again on the middle of this one. So now we have 2 of the same pieces, and what I'm going to try, I'm going to make a cross in between, and that way I only get when I do 2 this way. So I'm going to glue a little piece of this block, and I'm going to glue it this way. I'm going to do with this part the same. Of course I have to look where I'm going to glue it. Try to get it the same way like I have with this one. Of course you can measure it out, but maybe most of the time I'm just eyeballing it, but we will see if this is wise or not. So I'm going to do on the top the same. Of course we are going to place this one in between, remove the glue, and we're going to do for this side the same. And again, try to get it the same height. I showed you a little bit. You see, now you have 2 pieces of this one. It just looks like a little stair. Now we need only 2 over here, and we are going to place them together. Again, place it. I have to do it right this way, and we're going to place this one over here. And now we're going to place both of them on top of each other. And hopefully we now get across a little bit of glue over here and then a little bit over here. And now we're going to place them together. Now we have to look to get them on the same height. And I see already my blocks are not, you can see it really well right now, because now you see my blocks are not totally straight. You see, we have the belly of our bottle, but you see he is a little bit out of thing. You see this block is not totally the size it's supposed to be, but we are going to make the top of our bottle, and we give it a nice top again over here. And I'm going to place it and squeeze it. And now we get two again on top of each other with the tops. This is one, and we're going to do a second one again this way. Now we have two of this one, and we are going to glue them together. Everything is very easy, and if you have questions, of course, you can always leave a comment or mail us. It's also, and if you want to show us your project, what you made, please mail us. We would love to see it. And I'm going to glue this on top of here. And we have it this way. And of course, don't make the mistake I did. I just glued the piece I don't need to glue. And I'm going to do an extra stand on here. This way. And now he looks a little bit strange, but we will see how he will turn out if we paint it. He looks a little bit out of, I don't know, out of control. We will see how he's looking like when we paint it. You see already I did the smaller one away because I really like the shorter one better. So I didn't do 3 rows, but I did 2 rows. And this was 2 rows of 7. And this one is from 6, 6 and 6. And this one 7 and 7. And this of course 2 and 2. And this the same. And I changed this one also a little bit. I did the underside, I had only this one, but I didn't like it. It was a little too small. I did 2 pieces of a half tumbling tower block. So do 1 in half and do in each place it in each corner. Then you already see he looks a little bit more like a bottle. But what I did wrong is I should have done this one a little bit more close to each other, and this one also, and this one also, so you get the cross a little bit smaller. So I didn't, he's a little bit out of place, but I will see what I can do with it. So of course bear with me, it is just a try. I already made 2 of my stands for the back side of our bottle. I made 3 simple blocks to each other. I show you in a moment how. And I'm going to place this one behind, and then he can stand on his own, because it's always a little bit better if you have him in a tray or in your decor. He can stand on his own. So the stands are so easy to make. Just glue 2 of the blocks together this way, squeeze it again, and place one block on top of each other. What a chaos! But of course, you know me, it's always chaos here. So, and squeeze it and hold it in place for a little moment, and then you already have your own nice stand, and you can glue it on the back side of your, and this way just do some glue and place it on the back side of your bottle. And do it not even, but a little bit higher than the bottom of this one, so he can stand a little bit better on his own. I have to show it to you this way, this is better. And This is the back side right now. I will do all 3 of them and then I show you what we're going to do next. You see already I torn this one apart because I really didn't like it. Now we have a little bit more of a cross. I should have done this two more to each other, this one more to the middle, and this one of course this way. And now we can place a nice stand on the back side of our, so he can stand on his own. And we do it this way. And of course we have to place it a little bit higher than normally so he can lean a little bit backwards. Of course I have to see if I am placing it straight. And now he can stand on his own. So, and I hope when I paint him that he will look okay, but we will see. Now we are getting the fun part. We are going to paint it and I'm going to take the colors in black, white and green. And this one, even when I'm seeing him right now in the camera, he looks so not right, but I will finish it off and then we're going to see if I filled it or nailed it. We will see, we will see, but I don't know if I get really excited about this one, but maybe if I did one layer down, we will see. I'm going to get my green for this one and I'm going to take my, a little bit of a navy green, army green. I have to say army green, I think. Navy is blue, but, and I'm going to get over just little parts, not everything in the green color, because it is Halloween. We have to look it a little bit scary. So I will paint this one in the green color, and of course I will do the top in a different color. You see here, this is what I mean with the green color. I just distressed it in the green color, and of course you think probably I forgot this, but this one I will do with some twine. So, but for the rest, I am really loving the green color. It really gives a nice look like poison. And maybe later I will do it with a little bit of black distressing at the sides. Now I'm going to do the bigger one with some black distressing. Again, the same way like I did with the green one. Dab it off and just do little pieces on your bottle, because later on we are going to make a nice picture for on top of here. So, but we are give it a nice black look of distressing, and we are going to do this one in the white. You see already our bottles are dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the neck with some twine, and later on I'm going to use my furry thread. I'm going to use for making a little couple of the black accents, but first what I'm going to do is do on the back side some glue, place your twine in between and wait a little second until it is dried up, and then we are going to do some twine around it, but you don't have to do it very neat. You can do it any way you like, because we want to have it, it is Halloween, we don't want to be things that they are very neat. So go ahead, do whatever you think is right, and I'm going to try to get a cross later on inside of it, but we will see how this will look like, because sometimes it also can look like a mess. So now I'm going to try to do a cross. I'm going to go upside down here and here, and now we're going to do this way, and we're going to do it this way, again this way and this way. And now we have already our cross inside of our a bottle. Of course, I'm going to do some glue inside the twine, lay our piece of twine inside of it, and just cut it off. And make sure that it sticks in place. Then remove the glue. So this is how he will look like, and now later on, of course, we also do a little bit of the black. The twine is on the neck of all the bottles. What I'm going to do right now, I was trying to do the black furry thread over here, but you see already this is much too much of my black. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my paint, the black paint, and I'm going to distress a little bit of the twine. That's a little bit better than doing it with this thread. So I take my paint again. So I take a little piece of my kitchen towel, some black schoolboy paint, and I'm going to dab it off and just going over the cross with the black, so it gives just a little distressing. I showed you in a moment a little bit closer. So you see, just go over it as much as you like. I don't like too much, but if you like it a little bit blacker, just go ahead and do whatever you think is right. I am really loving it. I did my twine, but I thought maybe I also can do a little bit around the sides of my bottle, little bit pieces of the black also, to give the accent that it even looks more like an old bottle. So just go over it, but be sure just dab enough off, because you can always do more, but when you have one big black spot, you don't get it easily off. So you see, it always makes it a little bit older. And of course we need a room for the little picture we are going to make. So I will finish all of them off, and then we're going to make our picture. Here you see I did my green bottle, but what I was thinking, that's the thing, you can just, the cross is very nice, but you can see right through it. So I missed something which is behind it. So what I did make from 6 tumbling tower blocks. I made 2 on top of each other, and then one over here and one over here. So I made a little block, and I'm going to place them on the back side on our stand. And you see, now he is looking this way, and I like him now a little bit better. So I will glue this together. This is the print we just made on my computer, and I am really happy with the result. Of course, it's always nice to make text for your own. So of course this one I'm going to do, these two are coming on the green bottle with some cardboard tag on top of it. And this one will be for the black one, and this will be for the white one. So I will cut the little pictures out, and then we're going to Mod Podge them on top of our poison bottles. You see already our prints are just cut out, and I know you see it backwards right now, but that's just my telephone, don't worry. I'm going to Mod Podge them on top of our bottles, and then you will see it really, I already did place it up for a little moment, and you see, I think he already looks very nice with his tag on top of it. So I am really happy with the result. So I'm going to Mod Podge it, and I only use the simple Mod Podge. So, but if you have your school glue, it's also fine to use whatever you think is right. So I'm going to do some Mod Podge on top of here, and everyone does the Mod Podging on their on their own way, because I think there's no right or wrong for Mod Podging it. So I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to place it on top, and of course I'm going to try to get it in the middle and not to get too much Mod Podge on top of here, because I am really loving the matte finish. So I am going to try not to get Mod Podge over it. And you see, this is already how he's looking like, and I am really happy with the result. I will do the rest, and then I show you the end reveal. And here you see the end reveal of our homemade from Tumbling Tower Blocks, our poison bottles. And I am so happy they turned out very nice. Of course, it was an experiment because I couldn't find anything I could use as an example. So I had to try it on my own. So, but I am really happy how all three of them turned out. Especially the white and the black one. The green one, I still have to get used to it. So, but I think at the end he looks okay. Let's say it this way. In a moment, I show it to you a little bit closer. But for now, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed what you see. If you like this content and you like more DIYs from Diana and me, I hope you will consider to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Diana and my channel. You will find the link for this decoeasy channel in our description box. And if you like Christmas all year round, then you are at the right place. Of course, I have my own Christmas channel for all year round. You will find that link also in our description box. So enough talking. We wish you all a beautiful day. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.